Councillor Shah, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'll start my summation where we're left with Councillor Noyce. It did make me chuckle when a Liberal Democrat complained about letting in the Tories through the back door. That was a little bit rich from the Liberal Democrat, and the budget was written in words, not a fag packet. But I want to really focus my time, first of all, on the independent Labour group. I was going to comment on what I said, but I wasn't entirely sure what you were saying. It was a stream of consciousness around it. So let me look at what they proposed. It is, I mean, the Tories are reckless. I mean, it's incredible. A scorched earth policy that's sacking all the directors, an extra £800,000 from parking on top of the extra money that Susan's planning. I mean, to talk about giving money back and then taking away almost £1 million extra from motorists, a war on motorists. This is a disgraceful budget, and there's absolutely no way Labour can ever support the way you are trying to fund your schemes. But I'm going to focus on the budget and the one that's produced by the administration, because it is reckless, irresponsible and unfair, and it is completely reckless. In the way it spends the contingency, it's absolutely outrageous. That money is needed just in case we are having problems with welfare reform, and the Tory government is making cuts to welfare harder, and that money is needed. It's reckless. And I'm really worried that the finance portfolio hasn't read its budget, because it doesn't seem to realise the budget gap increase. It's increased by £16 million from in the last year, and almost £8 million in the last 50 days, and you don't even seem to notice. That's grown. That's more from what it was. And the fact that the budget isn't making the savings, it's how it's being administered that's the problem. Labour in administration underspent its budget every single year. The worst year of overspending is when you're in charge. Have a look at how you're controlling the budget rather than worrying about ours. And I said, Susan, you spoke about our consultation, and I said we had two really good consultations. It was called the by-election in West Harrow, and I'm glad to see Christine's here, and it was a by-election in Harrow the Hill, not exactly the centre of socialism, but when we spoke to the people in Harrow the Hill about our priorities, the right priorities at the right time, they voted for Glenn and they voted for Christine. Those are the consultations we've done, and that is why we believe what we've done was right. And at that point I leave it.